What's up, guys? So, third and final Taken film. Not my favorite, but still very enjoyable. I would have liked to have seen a fourth one, but third one didn't really leave much to it. So, third one is Brian Mills essentially gets framed for his ex-wife's murder as they're trying to get back in touch with each other and during her estranged marriage. Well, Stewart, if you remember him from the first one being a jackass, he's back. Played by a different character who I think played him a little bit better than the actor who played him in the first film. So he ends up speaking to the Russians because he owes somebody money and he had a connection through one of his shell companies to Brian, and he knew that if Brian went after them and killed them and set him up, that he'd be out of having to pay that person that he owed money to. He wouldn't have to pay them. So it was very much a setup, and it was a little closer to home because Brian's ex-wife got killed, and it was his daughter's mother, and his daughter comes to him and tells him that she's pregnant, and you kind of got to see more of a familial bond in this film for sure, which was fun. Action was pretty well done. I really enjoyed towards the end of the film the CQC close quarter combat. That was very well done, and one thing that I enjoy about combat films is when they actually show the exhaustion. For any of you who've been in a fight, it's exhausting. There is no throwing punches, wrestling on the ground, getting up and be like, okay, let's go. Yeah, no, it's exhausting. It's tiring. That's why you need a condition, and it shows. Like he's old. Like he's retired, but the man still got it. Like he's getting the shit kicked out of him, and it shows. He's not just getting up and it's not phasing him. There was a sense of realism in this film, which I really enjoyed. Him on the run and finally getting back with his old team when he was in the CIA and Special Forces, that was really cool too, to kind of see him in the team element rather than just kind of like the lone wolf. Really enjoyed that part. Kim kind of took a back seat in this one. She did play a pivotal role in how he and her communicated through her predictable routine. And if you've seen this, you know what I mean. So the end fight for the big bad guy didn't really have much build up. He was just kind of mentioned. His henchmen were kind of the ones where you were like, okay, yay. You didn't have enough, there wasn't enough given to you to hate the bad guy. But, that end fight was pretty well done. Kind of comical, though. If you've seen it, you know what I mean. But the fight right before the big bad guy was awesome, because you got to see two different combat styles. You got to see the street fighter, the brawler, who kind of has some gist of martial arts, and then you got the operative, who's very quick, using a shit ton of different kind of combats, and it's awesome. It's really fun. I really wish they hadn't named this Taken 3, because nobody was taken. Like in the first one, his daughter was taken. Second one, he and his ex-wife were taken. Nobody was taken in this one. But you know what? You have the same kind of same characters and so on and so forth. You can't really call it something else. So all in all, this was a fun film. Definitely not my favorite, but the way that they ended it, I did wish that they had made a fourth one, or at least an anthology series of when he was younger or whatnot. That I feel like that would have been pretty cool. This one probably about a 6 out of 10. Not a crap ton of rewatch value. I think the first two kind of sit infinitely higher than this one, but still a fun watch. If you're gonna watch the first and second one, you might as well watch this one. So let me know in the comments again, just like the past. Let me know if you've seen this. Was it better than the second one? Was it better than the first one? I'm curious to know. Something else I forgot to mention. Forest Whitaker is in this, playing the police officer leading the investigation. Phenomenally done. Phenomenal. Liam Neeson did a great job in this film too. However, I think Forest Whitaker really saved this. Executed his role with perfection. Absolutely loved it. incredibly intelligent police officer they portrayed him to be. Like, it kind of made you think of, in reality, like, how intelligent and how many steps ahead you have to be. So definitely forgot to throw that in there. Forrest Whitaker is in this. This is definitely one of my favorite performances that I've seen of him in an action film. So, yeah, let me know.